matter of great privilege for us to welcome all of you to this one-week regional capacity building training program for academicians of J&K and Ladakh. The theme of the training program is disaster risk reduction, being jointly organized by Indian Universities and Institutions Network on Disaster Risk Reduction, which is an organ of National Institute of Disaster Management, NIDM, Ministry of Home Affairs, Government of India, and Department of Geography and Disaster Management, University of Kashmir, from 3rd to 7th of June 2024. First of all, let me avail this opportunity to express our sincere gratitude to our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor Nilofer Khan, who agreed to preside over the inaugural function today as our chief guest. She has been kind enough to bless us with her gracious presence whenever the department has requested her for the same. Your presence here today is a testament to your commitment to advancing education and knowledge in critical areas such as disaster risk reduction. We are deeply grateful to your continual support and encouragement, ma'am. Your leadership serves as a guiding light for our academic fraternity, and we are privileged to have you join us as we strive to deepen our understanding for disaster risk reduction strategies and practices. We assure you, respected ma'am, that the department would leave no stone unturned to fulfill its commitment to create a pool of disaster management professionals who would play an important role in shaping a disaster-resilient society. It's with great pleasure that I extend a warm welcome to the Executive Director of the National Institute of Disaster Management, NIDM, Government of India, Shri Rajendra Ratnu, IAS, who joins us online for this special occasion. He would be joining us online.
I'm happy that this hall is booked, and again happy to see disaster risk reduction is my special interest, and I have been connected with these types of programs when I was DSW of the university very frequently. I remember once we had a live mock drill in collaboration with NIDM, and the whole university was so much active that day because a real live mock drill was performed, I think, pertaining to earthquake and other disasters, and it went on so well, and it was also a learning experience for me also, learning experience for students also. I am sure that these types of activities can be organized on the campus where the NSS volunteers and other youth can participate very well. I am happy to see a very elaborative schedule, and at the same time a very simple schedule. It's not anything which is very of course it is technical, I can see that, but it's not complicated, even helpful to a common person. So that way, and I think it includes all specializations, can include social work, of course your geography and disaster management, your sociology, your psychology people, so humanities, social sciences. So that way I am very happy that a very well devised schedule is there. I must say that Department of Geography and Disaster Management is one of the very active departments on the campus, and I see number of programs being organized by this department. They never sit but keep people engaged in one or the other thing. For that, this is what the department should be like. They have to connect with the society, they have to connect with the youth, they have to connect with NGOs, they have to connect with schools, they have to connect with college youth. So that way I am happy that this type of an activity is being done. And in fact we have been regional leaders of education, training and research in the field of disaster management, and our faculty has been actively engaged in studying natural hazards, vulnerabilities of communities, analyzing exposures, assessing multi-hazards risks, and contributing in development of policy framework for DRR in the region. I know the faculty is very much engaged at the state level also in planning and also at the national level. So for that, I really congratulate them. And over a period of time, I can see that University of Kashmir has been successful in creating a pool of professionals, what I said just now, ready to take up lead roles in various government and non-government disaster mitigation organizations. Many of you must be aware about the fact that DRR and climate change was the theme of Y20 Consultation Summit convened by the University of Kashmir in May 23, which was a mega event and well organized and lots of learning experience for all of us, in which we had thorough deliberations on disaster mitigation, and experts from almost all the G20 countries turned up at the university to share their valuable opinions and ideas. Now, why this particular theme was given to the University of Kashmir? Number one, keeping in view what my earlier speakers have said, that our valley is very much, disaster prone valley, and number one for that reason, and number two, geography and disaster, management department is our, strength. And that's why this particular theme was given to us, keeping in mind that we do have lots of projects we have worked, we have a very good established department, and overall we have got very good expertise. Believe me, it is definitely one of our earth sciences is one of our strengths of the university, which has brought us laurel not at national level but also at the international level.
Disaster, whether natural or man-made, present difficult challenges to our communities, profoundly impacting lives, livelihood, and our socio-economic fabric. Recent incidents in the J&K region, especially in Ladakh, heavy rain floods, further emphasizing, pressing the need of such kind of program, how our disaster management strategies can face and can together face such kind of challenges. Furthermore, Indian University, the institution, is actually trying to mainstreaming disaster risk reduction into higher education. And through this network, we are going to open JRF and NET examination for the DM subject as well. And hopefully from this December, you will get the news from UGC. We are also soon going to open the National Institute of Disaster Management Doctoral Fellowship under the esteemed guidance of Sri Rajendra Ratno. He is very, very supportive, and he is taking this agenda ahead from the Ministry of Home Affairs. We are also inviting research projects in this field through this university network, so that we can strengthen and promote the research in the field of disaster reduction. I welcome you all to please look at these challenges and use your knowledge and skills, how we can face these disaster situations together. Throughout this program, we aim to increase faculty members' awareness and their capacity, understanding on the issue of disaster risk reduction, principles, strategies, methodology, contemporary practices. Additionally, we seek to provide guidance on integrating DRR concept into existing academic curricula. In all the stream, we actually need to think together that how we can use our skills and knowledge, how we can use towards the disaster risk reduction. I urge all the participants to actively engage in discussion, exchanging insights and your views that will enable us to build more resilient societies. Thank you for your commitment to this important cause, and I wish you all fruitful deliberations. Thank you all.
like to compliment the organizers of this capacity building program for choosing such a relevant and a very important aspect of human life, that is the disaster management. And I am quite hopeful after the conclusion of this capacity building program, the capacities of our participants of this capacity building program will get enhanced, which is going to help our society in a big way. Ladies and gentlemen, we all know that natural disasters is a natural phenomenon, though some of the disasters are man-made disasters. And natural disasters therefore has to happen. We cannot avoid natural disasters. But when we know that the natural disasters is a natural phenomenon, that means we have to prepare ourselves to protect our lives, our economy, and our properties from natural disasters. And that gives a rise to a question of a disaster management. We need to manage disasters in a most effective and a most efficient manner. Disaster management, as you all know, you are the real experts, has three important aspects. The first very important aspect is prevention and mitigation of disasters. The second is the response to the disasters when disasters does happen. And then the last is the disaster recovery phase. We all know all these phases are very, very important when there is a need to manage the disasters. Yet, the first phase, that is prevention and mitigation of disasters, is the most critical, is the most significant phase of disaster management. Human civilizations, right from the beginning, have been making efforts to prevent and mitigate the disasters. And our governments, our societies, our NGOs, our universities have been working right from the beginning towards the disaster management. But now the mute question is, are we really, prepared for facing the disasters? Have we done all that which we require to do to prevent and mitigate the disasters? That is the mute question. That is the most fundamental question. Because nobody knows when the disasters are going to come. Disasters doesn't wait for your preparations. Disasters can come anytime. Which means that we will have to prepare well in advance to prevent and to mitigate the disasters.